Hey guys, here we are, the Quiggin Out MMA Podcast, episode 37, and I've got a very special guest with me, somebody I've probably known in the fight game longer than just about anybody else, Alex Spartan Nicholson. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, like always, man.
So I know you're taking care of little Odin there, and we talked about him not being so little anymore.
Yeah,
I saw that video earlier. He looks like a straight up savage already, so that's pretty exciting.
yeah, it's a blessing. He's an animal. He's nonstop energy, but he's knocked out now. I thought we were gonna have a special guest on the show, but it would end up being all about him because that man's around. He's
And I gotta love it though, because I've got to watch this kid grow up. And you're right. Are you surprised that he has anything less than 110% energy all the time?
not at all. I haven't been able to sit still since I came out of my mother either.
So catch us up on what's going on with you. I know the last time people saw you fighting, it was in the PFL tournaments. So I wanted to know. I know we talked a little bit about it. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about anything or if you have
Yeah,
anything.
man. There's never any secrets or shame in my game, and there never has been. I'm just waiting on the Nevada State Athletic Commission to clear me. I mean, I pissed for every drug in the world, and I took them. So, you know what I mean? Can't really argue with that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I was partying a lot, and I melted the piss test. I mean, and I think it was more about the amount of drugs that were in my system, but it was a wild time in my life, and still went out there and put on a show. And like I said, there's no shame in my game. There never will be. But um, I think what it is right now they have a lot of other cases where guys for the first offense only get like 6 months, and I have nothing against the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but I think we all know 4 years is a little harsh. This is my life, my well-being. I finally got to the pinnacle of the sport, came back down, got back to another pinnacle, and I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and nobody can deny that. I mean, I go into any gym and clear it out. I put on a show. So right now, my coach and my lawyer are going back and forth, as well as David Feldman with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. And anytime now, I should get cleared. And if it's not within the next month or two, then I'll fight overseas. But it seems to be like I'll be getting the green light. They were talking about me fighting in June in Mexico as long as I got pardoned from the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Like, because with COVID happening, it kind of shut down. They only have meetings once a month.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's a lifestyle for me. Guys always talk about the training camp, but this has been my life for, fucking 15 years now. And it always will be, no matter what. I always make money regardless. I always get the bills paid and find a way. I got some stacked up, and I've always worked hard with or without fighting. I always work because it's good to make money. But I'm hoping by late June or early July. I was told June 5th, but that's obviously not going to happen now because Bare Knuckle had the show at the Hard Rock get moved back to June 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting to hear back from Feldman. And my options are open still now that international traveling is getting back. There's not many people that want to stand in front of me unless they're going to get a big payday, and I don't really blame them. But I'm still living the life. I'm living the dream, and I haven't let this break me in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it's made me appreciate the fact that I was able to knock somebody out for 250 grand at a time, and it's made me focus more on Alex as opposed to the Spartan and that life. But there's not really much difference. That's the thing about me. It's never been a facade or it's me. It's really who you see. Same with Mike. A lot of people don't understand us or our style, but we don't put on a show. We don't do it for the cameras. I'll fucking knock you out at the Wawa if you disrespect me. but I'm a loving, caring human being, and I've gotten older, smarter, taking better care of my body, and I'm more dangerous now than I've ever been. I mean, it's kind of funny. I'm in better shape now than when I was fighting. Like, I don't stop. I love the sport. It's a lifestyle. So my cats are going fucking crazy right now.
I saw that. I was like,
this is a fucking probably looked like a blur on this, but yeah, man, I'm ready to go. And as soon as it's been every week, every month, it's supposed to happen next. It's supposed to happen next. So it's been stressful, but I roll the punches in life and in the cage, and I'm not ever gonna get like poor me. You know, nobody likes poor me. Nobody cares. Life goes on. We're living. We're breathing, smiling and waving, and shit's good, man. Life's good. I can't wait to put these hands on somebody again, and I know a lot of fucking people that are excited to watch me do it. So when the time comes, it'll be some beautiful destruction, like always, man.
I had a psychology teacher in college always say, "What are your problems? Nobody cares. Nobody cares."
Yeah,
and he's absolutely right. So I love that you bring up Feldman, because seeing you at Bare Knuckle in Lakeland for Knuckle Mania, I can't believe how long ago that was. I mean, it seems like it was just yesterday that I was there. And the talks of who you were going to fight and the people you want to fight, and then obviously Kleckler's name comes up. You two have history. You handed him his only loss so far. So is that kind of a driving force for you to be in Bare Knuckle, or do you just want to, like you said, put hands on some people?
It doesn't matter who it is anymore. I just want to beat somebody with money coming out of them. I'm fucking ready. It's therapeutic for me. I would do it for free. I've done it for free, and they're gonna pay me at the same time. It's funny I say that, but I'd rather be rich than famous. I think I would destroy every heavyweight on the UFC roster, and I think they all know it too. Like, it's not a joke. There's not many people that are trying to talk about me or say my name, and there's a reason why. God bless them all, but fuck them at the same time. It's a savage thing, and it's always been for me like somebody trying to hurt, and you beat them, you get double the pay. Brainer, and it's not difficult for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to get back in there, man. This patience is a terrible trait of mine. I don't have much patience. I never have, and we see it with my record. I mean, but don't be surprised. As soon as I'm cleared, I blow out 14 fights in 12 months. You know what I mean? It's nothing for me. That's Dylan Kleckler, though. No, man. We all know what would happen if we tangled again, and I'm glad he's making money and he's feeding his family. Even the champion. It's like if I go into bare knuckle, everyone knows I'm going to beat the shit out of all those old fucking guys. Like, God bless them. I don't dislike any of them, but I don't care, and I'm not impressed. Like, I would pull up to where any of them train at any given point and knock them the fuck out too for free for a fucking Instagram video at this point. So, I mean, we're all in the same location. They're all down here in Miami as well, but it's not, it's not like that. We're professionals, and they're not going to risk that. Not without a big paycheck, man. And I don't blame them. But I love fighting. Like last week, and I went to Fusion, and the Odin Machida was there, and we just sparred for like ever. We just kept going back and forth. We had fun, and we just like to fight. Like, I like guys that actually like to fight. There's too many guys that are like, "Oh, you're going too hard." Like, you're training to physically hurt each other, and if you're not really hitting each other at a decent contact, like, don't spar me. Like, it's funny, man. The gym etiquette nowadays is just, it baffles me. I'm bamboozled.
Well, and talk about the difference. So it's super cool that you got to spar with the Machida. But I also want to talk about the fact that you've basically put all the UFC heavyweights on blast, but you've never got a chance to show yourself as a heavyweight. So I kind of feel like those experiences at 85, and I don't know how you made 85. I think your dad said to me once, he was like, you were 185 at like 15 years old. I don't know how you were making that performance.
I mean, that's honestly the funniest thing about the suspension is, okay, I ran a little bit of Sipinate. So many fucking people have. But I was 200 and I was 217 and I was still jacked as fuck before I ever touched the steroid. You know, I knocked out Chaz Morgan, Chris Barnett, Dylan Kleckler, all these guys. And then I got to 230, I think. Then I fought Francismore. And every fucking guy on that roster was on some fucking shit, and they were all bigger than me. So fuck them for that. Like, just because I'm the guy that admitted it, like, yeah, okay, it was in my blood, it was in my piss. Every other guy that it shows up, oh, they deny it. Then they clean out their system and piss clean again. Like, fuck them. Like, there's no shame in my game. And, like, I think that should be somebody who gets rewarded for saying it. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of, there's guys that have had faked blood work and given fake urine, and they've gotten 6 months. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That is ridiculous. This is my fucking life. And I mean, Chris Barnett, I knocked him out faster than Ben Rothwell. I knocked him out in 30 seconds. Ben Rothwell took the second round to choke him out. Cool. Like, I'm not trying to throw negative energy towards these guys or their careers or their lives. Like, I like Chris Barnett. I like Ben Rothwell. I wish them the best, but that cage door closes and they stand across from me, it's not going to be pretty, man. And everybody knows that when any fight I've ever fucking had is action, and I go for it, and I always will. Like, it's going to be exciting, no matter what the fuck you see. So, I mean, I'm not bitter at all, as you could tell by not being able to fight.
A little bit.
It's all good. It's okay. But I'm in the prime of my life for the next 10 years, from 30 to 40. I'll knock any man on this planet Earth out. And I just can't wait to be able to do it again. So, hopefully soon. But yeah, any division, man, I've proven it. I fought one of the best grapplers in the world with a broken face still. And, I made a lot of stupid choices when I was younger, just fighting. I fought Sam Alvey with my hand already broken. Nobody knows that Chaz Morgan broke my jaw and knocked him the fuck out, and then fought Misha Serkinov right away. Cut my wire. Not many people know that.
I remember that.
Then they were giving Misha all the props, like, "Oh yeah, you broke his jaw." Like, bitch, my jaw was broken and you just cranked it again. Cool, that was my fault. God bless him. Good job. But would he stand across from me again? Fuck no. Does anybody who's even beat me before want to fight me again? No, it's no mistake that Alex has made. I mean, it's a mistake I made, other than greatness that they have. Like, anytime I've lost, it's something stupid I fucking do, not them outclassing me or outskilling me. Except maybe Jack Hermanson. He beat the fuck out of me. And I cut a ton of weight for that one. No excuses. I showed up. And, I was the nail that night. Well, when you look at my career, when you look at my highlights, I don't think anybody on earth is going to be like, yeah, I just want to get in a fight with that guy. And it's a beautiful thing. I like that, and people don't understand. They hear that and they think I'm some mean asshole, and I'm not. I'm a really nice human being. I'm nice to everybody, but there's a lot of fucking idiots out there. So I look at it like I'm like Robin Hood in a way. Instead of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, when you're an asshole, I can just out-asshole you. And I will fucking be way meaner than you could ever imagine. And I don't like that quality in myself, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, over the years, like I said, we've come a long way from the, hockey arenas in Newport Richie. When I met you and your dad, and when I watched Mike do that flying arm bar and almost knock himself out.
He did. I think he did knock himself out. He came back too and then won. He's definitely a little concussed.
And I think over the years, yeah, he definitely was. Sorry, Mike, if you're listening. Sorry.
He was fine. He won. I mean, shit, he won. He still
Yeah.
won.
And that wasn't even an MMA fight. That was just grappling.
He won. That's all I'm gonna say about that night. I remember that. Didn't I? And then I fought the giant. I fought Zeus.
Yeah. You fought one of your I thought you fought one of your teammates that night. Like you were like a last minute.
No, me and Zeus were good friends. And I was like, okay. And then the people they were kind of being weird about it that night, and I was like, I mean, I know that I'm gonna fuck you up. like they were like talking about it. Would you guys be willing to fight? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I am, but it's not gonna be fucking rainbows and butterflies. It's not gonna be a friendly competition. And he's such a tough son of a bitch. I remember I backfisted him, punched him. He didn't fall, and then I think he shot, and I think I guillotined him. And then he tried to say I neck cranked him. Like, duh, bitch, I'm going to try to break your fucking neck. We're fighting.
Jeez. Yeah, I have a picture of that, actually. But,
are you surprised? You're surprised I'm trying to do everything I can to hurt you? Like, grow up.
And it's been over the years, and it's that, you've dealt with your share of controversy. That's not a surprise. That's not like a secret. But I feel like what you were saying earlier, you could go fight these guys. Like they're in the same area as you. You can go fight them now. I think Alex 10 years ago would have done it already.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
Alex, before he was a dad, would have done it.
10 years ago was knocking on your fucking door. I mean, but now I don't go looking for it. If it comes to me, shit's gonna happen. Like I don't even try to go out much anymore. COVID kind of helped, but not really because everything was, you could still go wherever the fuck you wanted. Yeah, man. If I'm in public now and something crazy is about to happen, I'm scared. I'm really scared. And it's funny to say that because I'm like,
it's you.
It's the opposite of why somebody else is scared. Most people are like, oh my God, someone's going to kill me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking kill somebody. Like, if I'm disrespected at that point or my son's in danger, like, they're going to die. Like, even in the car, like, people drive so crazy in Florida. Obviously,
Yep.
It's like when somebody drives by and, like, I avoid the accident, I almost can't even make eye contact because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to dive through the window and beat him to death. Like, it's funny, man. Like, even like it's always like some little dork when you're out too. Like, if you're out drinking, it's always some little dork that's like, I'm like, holy fuck, like, what? Like, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like, I'm scared. I'm like gonna run away from them because I don't want to go. I don't want to get locked in a box, and I don't want to not be able to fight in a cage or a ring or anywhere where I can get paid to do it because I love it and I'm really good at it. And as soon as I get to go ahead, the world's going to see a whole different animal. I'm going to be the Macho Man Spartan Savage. Ooh, yeah. It's over, bro.
We're going to change that right now.
Ooh, yeah.
The Macho Spartan Savage.
I watched a documentary on A&E of Macho Man and Stone Cold, and I was like, I need to be in the fucking WWE.
Dude, I'll tell you this, like, I don't watch wrestling like I used to, but some of those documentaries, like I caught the Andre the Giant one for the first time. And I'm like,
steroids and 8-ball. Ooh, yeah.
The cream always rises to the, like, every promo Macho Man did, they were like, are you insane?
My favorite is like when he's like, oh yeah, because you're like, this guy is on so much cocaine. He's so drunk, probably on a little bit of ecstasy, and like just having lived in that element before, bro. I'm like, you can see it, and you're like, oh my God, this was on TV. I watched this shit growing up.
Yeah, right.
I watched that, and I played Grand Theft Auto and listened to Lil Wayne. They wonder what the fuck's wrong with us. Like, kids today can be a girl if they want to be, like, and it's cool. Like, We grew up in a different time.
Yeah. And we didn't grow up that long ago. Like
No,
that's what's so crazy is how fast society is changing, how fast
everybody's a bunch of fucking pussies, and it's fucking killing me. Like like anybody who knows me personally, like some days, bro, like I'm happy every day, and I appreciate the fuck out of life because I probably still shouldn't be here. Buried a ton of people that have done less than I've done and died, and it's like blows my mind. So I'm so appreciative of life, and just every day I wake up, I'm like, I worked 4 18-hour shifts, private security, and it pays good, but it fucking sucks. Like I've never had a job my whole life. I was blessed. I fought, and I made so much money, and it's just funny because I'm working, and the first few times I work, I'm like, I never had a boss, so I'm like literally like talking to the guy like, yo, what the fuck? Like literally, I'll like say that I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like,
what'd you say to me?
they're
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh
right.
well, I'm your boss, and I'm like, yeah, God bless you. This shit ain't for me, man. But it's not. Like anybody who's met me, like I was gonna say, know that Alex was meant to slice a motherfucker in half with an axe or something, like, or be a Viking or something, a Spartan baby, like the Colosseum, gladiator, whatever, bro. So day-to-day life is interesting for me, but I, like you said, we'll get back to where we started. I've control now. I've got that animal under control. So I just do it in my head now. I used to knock a motherfucker out in Super Walmart, but that's not my style anymore. Can't do that. Can't walk around and be like that. And
I like how you clarified it was
not
Super Walmart, not just regular Walmart. It had to be a Super Walmart.
well, I mean, I've knocked a few. There's a Super Walmart in the Popka, and I've knocked a few motherfuckers out in it. I mean, once upon a time, and it is what it is, bro. You live and you learn, and I think the older I've gotten, the more I just started to really appreciate life. Like I used to wake up every day and not have it under control, and I'd be so angry, like wake up and be like, oh, another fucking day. But seeing my little boys' joy and happiness, and realizing that if you look for every asshole in the world, you'll find them. But if you're looking to be happy and just spread joy, that you'll run into a whole bunch of happy, cool motherfuckers. And that's what life's about. Like we got to try to get the people that are in that negative cycle out of it, and just make the world around you better, man. And if people are miserable fucks, don't hang out with them. Like it's my advice for the world.
And do you think that's because, you've kind of grown up, or do you think that's part of being a dad? Because not only you're your dad, you're co-parenting, which isn't the easiest thing to do. But I feel like, over the years, I've watched you grow up. I've watched you do some stupid shit. Let's both be honest here.
Yeah.
But I've watched you do some amazing things like that flying knee knockout, which is up there with one of the best ones I've ever seen. So,
Yeah,
what
man.
do you think it is?
I think it's just life, man. And I'm glad that at such a young age, I just turned 31, and I see people who still just haven't figured life out for themselves. Like the way I'm talking might not necessarily work for other people. Like it takes things to make you happy, but I figure out what it takes to wake up in the morning, and no matter what's in front of me, make the most of it. I think it's just experiences, and the highest highs and the lowest lows. And I mean, after I couldn't fight, man, I fucking one morning I woke up in the hospital, and I was like, they were like, you had enough drugs, you need to kill 4 people, like you went crazy. And I was like, I just laughed, and my mom was there and shit, and it was not a good experience, bro, but it was, in the sense that I realized, like, well, even that, like, I didn't chill out after that, to be honest with you. I think they were trying to send me to rehab or like this and that. I talked to a cop and a psychiatrist. They let me go. I was like, fuck you all. I went home, finished all the drugs I had. And I was like, fuck everybody. So a month after that, probably, I woke up one day and I was like, okay, you've been burying all your friends that live like this. You're going to fucking die or just be a loser. do you want to be like this? And I just chilled out, man. And I do what works for me. Like, I smoke a lot of weed, and occasionally I'll shroom out, but I'm a vegan when it comes to drugs now. Like, so keep
I
shit
heard you say that. I heard you say that. I was going to ask you about that.
keep shit copacetic, bro. And I think it's like, I want to help people that have been there too, because I know like the rehab facilities are just a fucked up idea. Because somebody's smoking crack or doing heroin, and you tell them you can't even ever drink a beer again. And like, fuck you. Like, you're gonna send me somewhere I can't even have a beer, like, and tell me that if I drink beer, I'm always gonna want to do crack or heroin. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, I want to help people out that think that they are helpless and realize they need to quit being little fucking pussies and just straighten it out and live and be happy to be alive. Like, and I think I got the recipe for that. Maybe not everybody, but I think I could help a lot of people out more than some, fancy pants doctor who's never even smoked a joint. Like, get the fuck out of here.
The Spartan School of Sobriety.
Yeah. I need to get like a online certificate and get that shit going.
I think you need to talk to Ian McCall. I think you two would get along.
I have a friend who has connected me with him, and we scheduled to talk. I also know a ton of people who are psychiatrists, psychiatrists and sports physiologists, in the sense that, like, I think most of those people don't work out or have any other outlets. And depression, man. I've been depressed. I just never really in public about it, but a lot of people get sad, man. And I figured out just how to not be anymore. Like, I don't get in those little holes, and I'm good, man. I dive into other holes when I get too sad, preferably blonde and brunette. Life is good, man. I've been crushing it.
Oh
man, somebody woke up.
Oh, are we gonna have a special guest? Yes, we are.
Say what's up, y'all.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? This is Odin, for anybody who doesn't know.
Give him
the coolest kid in the world.
Show him those muscles. Oh, yeah.
I saw a video of you beating up a dummy today. Like, what's that all about?
Did you go to karate?
Yeah.
You went to karate? You weirdo.
What?
What, did you go to karate today?
Yeah.
And what did you do there? Did you punch stuff?
What?
Did you punch stuff?
What's this?
It's a remote. All right. Well, we lost him.
He found the remote. He's done.
He's got the same attention span. Well, he just woke up too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, life's good, man, and this will definitely straighten you out. You don't want to wake up on a cold board, or not wake up on a cold board.
Mm-hmm.
But life's been an interesting ride for me, and I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here, and I can't wait to get back to my job and make some money and just chill. Like, I still got some stacked up, but that's for this guy. Like, just in case, It's like, when you're
one of the few that could say that.
When you're a grown man too, it's like, just work. Like, if you, like, you know what I mean? We're not old. Like, if you're not 70, like, shut up and work. Like, you're a man, bro. Like, figure something out. I always figure something out. Like, his mom could be a testament to that. Be a testament to that, or however the hell you say it.
Dad, if I just turns it red and it goes.
Yeah, good job.
Blue.
Cool. So, I just always find a way, man. I've had, 500,000 in my bank account, and I've had -5. Like, I remember taking $20 to put in the ATM so I wouldn't get charged for overdraft fees. Like, it is what it is, bro. Life is a beautiful, diabolic machine, man. And you just got to ride it out. But if you think about bad, it's always going to be bad. And if you think about good, hopefully you can find some.
Well, absolutely. And like you said, we talked about this before. We did the math, and by we, I mean me. We did the math, and those 4 months you were in PFL, you made more money than you did your entire time in the UFC.
Oh yeah.
Do you see a lot more people kind of going that route? We're starting to see a lot more people head that way. You got guys like Verdum, who's 43, fighting in the PFL right now. So it's just crazy to me that these guys are going there, but they're the UFC isn't the end all be all anymore, because it's not just the place where you're going to find the best fighters, but it's not the place where you're going to make the most money.
Yeah, I mean, any organization I can stand across, I'm a man trying to hurt me and they're going to pay me for it, I'm going to do it. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Lay down. Here, lay down right there. Sit down.
I want to lay with you.
All right, so lay down. But anywhere, bro. Anywhere, any place, anytime, anybody can get it. And that's always going to be my MO. This little monster's got me. But any organization, like I said earlier, I'd rather be rich than famous.
And you've been saying that since I met you. It's not one of those fanboy situations, but it is an interesting concept to watch somebody who's fought in a roller rink, who's fought in an ice skating rink, who fought on the streets. Luckily, I was never there for one of those, because I don't think I would have been able to handle that.
It's a good time, man. The level of aggression, and how far I'm willing to take it is different. I don't go across the ring and chill. Like, I'm gonna stay in your face, and it's gonna be ugly. Like, it's not pretty. I'm not sitting there. I think that's one thing that might be. All right, I'll be in there in a minute, bro. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Kids don't have a concept of time.
He's gonna throw me in jail if I keep talking on the phone. All right.
Oh.
So I'm a different type of animal, man. Most of these people in the sport, they want a stage, and they want the lights. They want to be famous. They want to be famous, and they want, respect for that. I don't. They're not. They want a stage, and I'm in an arena. You're in my fucking arena. I don't want a stage. It's gonna be ugly. All right, bro. All right, 1 minute, bro. I'll be in there in 1 minute. I'm in his arena right now, but any other man on this earth?
It's funny because, like, the level is just, bro. Like, you back down. You're like, all right, man. All right. Chill. But you wouldn't do that with anybody else.
It's his life, bro. And he went to bed at 7:30 as he woke back up. He's a kid, bro. I let him enjoy himself. He's got his own little room here. I put him in bed in his own room. He goes to sleep, and now he finished his first year of kindergarten. And he's a happy guy, man. It's just
Holy cow.
it's my job.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he knows this. He knows that it's my job. Wait, what's Daddy do for a job?
Fight.
And what do I do?
Fight.
I know, but how's it go? How's it go when I fight?
Punching.
Punching, and what else?
Kicking.
And what else?
Nothing.
Elbows and knees, bro.
Come on.
Okay, 1 minute. We're going. Tell the world. Show the world your muscles. Tell them who you are. Odin. The Prince Odin, the bringer of rain. Ow. 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 Ow.
Oh, that might be the best special guest I've ever had on the show.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're going. Well, we have to go to bed.
No.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the time. I'm hoping for that fight news. And to be honest,
we could do it again anytime too, bro.
Well, to be honest, BKFC is in Tampa for July 23rd, is what I'm hearing.
You're going to jail.
Now you're going to
Okay,
jail.
well, hey, tell Matt we'll see him in Tampa.
We'll see you in Tampa.
Or you want to go bare knuckle boxing again?
Yeah. What?
You want to go watch some bare knuckle boxing?
Yeah.
You know what?
No, I want to watch Blippi show.
Okay. We're watching Blippi.
Come on.
All right, man. Enjoy.
Hey,
Thank
love
you for the
bro.
time.
God bless.
Appreciate you, man.
Have a good night, bro.
Take it easy, man.
Come on, we're going to watch.
We're going now. All right, guys. On behalf of Combat Press, La Barba Cubano, Bertsos Bakeshop, Fat Boy Jiu-Jitsu, and the special guest appearance by Tom Schaaf's shirt, the Gentleman of Violence. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Tried a different format. We're going to see how it works. If you like it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. Like, subscribe. Man, I got to get much better at this. It's on the page. Stay tuned for next time, guys. And as always, thanks for quigging out with us.